Stop looking for your purpose. Stop putting so much stress and anxiety on trying to find your purpose, because you need to seek the one who actually gives you purpose, gives you your calling. Because our purpose, which is why we are here, is actually just to have a relationship with God. God didn't create us to go play basketball. God didn't create us to go make art or do anything we're just passionate or have a skill in. God did not create us for that reason. He created us so we can have a relationship with him, so we can love him, so we can love him and love others. But we are called to do the things that we are good at. So we should be looking for our calling, but we are supposed to focus on the one who calls us. Because how are you going to figure out your calling if you're ignoring the one who calls us? And that's why God tells us to trust in him with all our hearts and lean not on our own understanding, but acknowledge him in all of our ways, and he'll make our path straight. Because when we trust God and acknowledge him, that's when he will put it on our heart what we are called to do. And when you do that, that's when you have way less stress on what your purpose is and what you are doing here on this earth. Because our calling is always different. God may be calling us to play basketball for a season. God may be calling us to draw for a season, to go start content creation for a season. But you will only know God's calling if you are seeking him with all your heart. That's why it's so crucial to know the difference between a calling and a purpose. Because if you get them mixed up, then when you're working at McDonald's or you're working at Whataburger for a season, you'll think, like, is this really my purpose? Is this what I'm called to do? Is this why I'm here on earth? And it'll start to discourage you. When you realize that God may just be calling you to serve there for a season, then you will be way more motivated to keep on seeking the Lord, knowing that he wants to give you the desires of your heart as long as you are seeking him. So that's why it's so important to seek God and trust God so that he can lead you through the whole process. And in this video, I'll be showing you how you can actually seek and trust God so he can reveal the things that he has for you. And the first thing is to change your perspective. Change your perspective on how you really seek God. Because a lot of people have this question of, how do I really seek God? So you need to figure that out. And it's simply just by getting in your word, spending time with God, building a relationship with your creator. And you do that just like any other relationship in this world. If you want to pursue someone, if you want to go talk to someone, then you have to hang out with them. You have to build a connection with him. And the way we do that is by reading the word, by worshiping, by going to church, and just asking questions, things that you have questions about, asking them and trying to really get to know God. And once you have that heart, that's when God will start to use you for his kingdom. That's when you'll have that heart to want to go serve God, want to go evangelize to people, want to go help people, want to go expand God's kingdom. And God cannot reveal the calling that he has for you because you won't want to do it in the time being if you have not changed your heart. So that's why you must seek the kingdom first and all its righteousness, and everything else will be added on to you after that. Because if you don't, then you're not going to want to do the things that God has for you. The second thing that you have to do is be willing to be used by God, surrendering everything. Because if you're not willing to surrender and actually do what God is calling you to do, then there would be no reason for God to reveal that to you, because he knows you're not going to do it. And the way that God will reveal things to you is by putting it on your heart. He'll put convictions on your heart for you to go do something. It's like a little pull to go want to go do something, or he'll open the door for a job opportunity that he wants you to take. And then that's how you know it's from God, especially if you've been praying on it. So yeah, once you do those two things, that's when God will start to reveal the things that he has for you. And that's when you can really start to understand your calling. So yes, make sure you know the difference between your purpose and your calling. Make sure that you are changing your heart to really seek after God, because there should be no reason that you should be stressing over what your purpose is, because we can have a relationship with the one who gives us purpose. So as usual, y'all stay blessed.